Oh, what up, y'all? This is Ladies of KeKe. My name is Dana B.
And I am Cassie J.
Today is election day 2020.
Yeah!
Woo! Make sure you guys go vote. Well, it's too late now, but hopefully y'all did go vote.
Hopefully you all voted.
Hopefully you guys all voted. Cassandra and I already voted.
Yes. Got my pen.
Yes, I did get my little pen. So,
Were you upset about the pen over the sticker?
I got both.
I didn't get a sticker. I got a pen.
I got the pen because I had to fill out the ballot. And then when I put my little paper into the machine, there's a little sticker right there. I was like, this is very much, yeah. So I got my sticker and I'm sorry. Oh,
I didn't get no sticker.
It wasn't that cute though, but I got a sticker. I
got a pen, and then I took a picture outside at the sign that said vote here today to prove, that I voted.
Okay.
I'm mad. I didn't get no sticker.
I see that. This hurt you. This is very traumatizing. I apologize.
I'm sorry, you guys.
Also, yesterday was my birthday. Scorpio season is in full effect.
Everybody go in the comment section, and I need for you guys to wish my beautiful, fabulous friend a happy belated birthday. Yes, the Dana.
I'm telling you, every time I cut my hair, I feel so free. I really do.
I know, and we talked about this, Dana. We talked about this.
Everyone was shocked. Everyone was shocked.
No little video you sent us.
Well,
I'm not gonna do it.
I kind of said I was going to get my hair braided, and I had every intention on doing that. But then last minute, I was like, "Fuck it, let's cut it off."
And you just chopped it off.
So
my stylist won't even let me trim too much. I'm like, let's cut it. He said, let's not.
Like not with my scissors, we ain't. But
yeah.
So we in a celebratory
mood. Yes,
we bring you guys Real Housewives of Potomac, season 5, episode 14. Hats off,
shades on.
So the episode starts off with Candace. She's getting some
vocal lessons
with her friend Cliff, and she's happy where her career is going. She's happy with her remix, and so she loved working with Chucky, the guy that she did the remix, the kind of go-go mix to the song.
And we already said we like the song, so
yeah, the song is hot. I like the song.
Yeah.
Robin and Giselle meet up with Karen to discuss Karen's marriage.
Yes, the whole little comment that
Wendy said.
Wendy told them about when they had the little meet and greet politician talk and all that stuff. And that was just, why are you talking about this woman's business like that? Like, that was not y'all's place to have this conversation.
No, it's not. And honestly, that's just this Giselle really
stirred the pot. She owned up to being messy though. Like she actually
stirred the pot all up in this episode. And it's like, oh God, Giselle.
She's like, it wouldn't be me if I wasn't being messy.
But you could change,
You can. I thought you was with your man again. Y'all have an image to uphold.
Hello, somebody.
That is not first lady material.
Exactly. Robin wants all the ladies to do a photo shoot for her hat company, Embellished, except for
Monique. She said, no, that's not what they said. They said, embezzled, yes.
Crime. She was like, no, I don't want no.
Because I'm in tax trouble right now. Please don't be saying, don't say that. Get it right.
And Robin brings up, Karen brings up Robin's taxes, and Robin kind of realized, yeah, I did it wrong.
I did do the same thing you did.
She fessed up to it, and Karen did share her support, like, well, I support you in this crime, even though you weren't as supportive for me, but for you, I'm going to be supportive for you.
I'll be the bigger person because that's what I do.
Exactly. So this is when Giselle tells Karen what Wendy said.
Right.
When Karen was sipping on that fireball at Monique's house, she was expressing her feelings, and she was talking about how, she gave half her money to Ray, and, she kind of felt some type of way that he didn't acknowledge that I had his back.
She was like, the way Wendy presented it was that you gave up your money and now you want it back.
Yeah. So
like you need your money back. And she was like, that's not how I said it. She's like, I mean, but she said it, she was like joking, like, you know, sister girl need her money back. Like
right. And truthfully, Karen was kind of upset that Wendy turned her confession into gossip.
Right. And that you tried to make it seem like it was more than what it was, and that's not how it went.
Exactly. She says how Wendy is very ignorant. And honestly, that comes up again.
But she said it to her face. She didn't say it behind her back. And she was like, oh, you mean when I called her ignorant? But I said it to her face. I wasn't talking behind her back.
Right.
I said it to you.
Right. And she said she's not afraid of Wendy and all her degrees.
Or confronting her.
Yes. And she was kind of mocking how Wendy came down the stairs.
She did. That was hilarious.
Which I wish that she didn't do that with Giselle and Robin, because later on they go back and make it a bigger deal than what it was. But yes, she was hilarious. That's why I kind of like her.
She comes sleuthing down the steps.
Yeah, and she did this little walk.
That was
production ain't shit.
Highlight of the show for
because
me.
They replayed Wendy coming down the stairs like that.
She was like this.
So, you know, when you coming down the stairs, but you're trying to be nosy at the same time, that's what it was. It was a slow creep trying to peep out the scenery.
And she had her hands in her pocket and she was just...
Oh, no, did she have a glass? I think she had one of them. I think she had like a cup in her hand, maybe. I don't remember, but...
I don't remember. I know she had a hand in one pocket, though.
Yes. So that comes up again. Which is like,
yes, it does come up later.
As I like to say, some light shade that they tried to make it a bigger thing than what it really is.
Yeah, it was just a little funny thing, and then you made it seem like, oh, girl, let me tell you what she said about you, girl. She was talking about your mama and everything. Exactly. She talked about your feet. She said your skin was dark. Like it was not. That's not what she said. She said you was broke, girl. She said you really didn't got 4 degrees. She said you actually had 2.
Child, you would have made it think. You would have thought that's what she said about the girl, but we'll get into
that's what she said.
So as she goes back to her therapist to discuss the meeting with Michael and where she at with her postpartum depression. She says like she no longer her bubbly, free-spirited self. She just feels like a shell, and her main focus is to be servants for Dean. It's like all about the baby. That's all she feels like her body is just for Dean, which is, you know, it's sad that women.
She's a new mom.
Yeah.
And she was like, maybe it's time for you to take time for just you away from the baby and just spend a little time with yourself, because, you know, you get wrapped up in the day-to-day and just doing your mommy duties and tending to your husband, and you kind of forget about yourself. And you know, she's not the Ashley. I mean, we haven't even really seen Ashley like that this season when you think about it, especially not without Dean.
Right.
So
I guess, you know, it's like one thing, your body, when you have the baby, but after you have the baby, those hormones and all these things are still going on with your body. Back. Yeah, you gotta, I heard it sometimes takes like a year to get your hormones back. Or like
sometimes some things don't come back.
9 months to a year. No, that's scary.
You know, and because I've heard, you know, some friends say they call it mommy brain. And they was like, oh yeah, I forget stuff. I'm like, girl, how do you forget? It's like, it's mommy brain. I'm like,
yeah, especially when they're pregnant, their memory is
yes, they was like, I can't remember nothing.
Baby that's one thing I did realize, when people are pregnant, that baby is like a leech. It just sucks all your energy. And bless their hearts. I mean, even, you know what, bless any woman that goes through
that's had a baby.
That's a lot. I don't want to go through. I'm scared.
You are the real MVP.
What you just said, you are the real MVP. You done change all these hormones. You gotta, it's a lot. It's a lot. That's why
love your mamas.
That's why Mother's Day is so huge. You know what I mean? It's like not only they're nurturer, but it's like they're bringing life into this world. Something that
I'm gonna call mama when we get done. I'm gonna call my mama.
Hey, today's my mom's. Funny thing, today's actually my mom's birthday. Her birthday is the day after mine.
After yours? Yeah. I'm gonna call mama when we get done.
Like, your mom, I appreciate you for all that you have to endure. I cannot.
Shout out to the mamas.
For real, y'all the real MVP. So she discusses
The next
that
is
she wants
Candace.
to, well, I don't know if we touched on it, but she discussing how she doesn't want to take a trip away from Dean to get her mind back. So that's where the whole trip came about. She wants to get out of this funk and she wants to get back to her normal self.
Yes.
So then Candace meets up with Chucky, the guy who produced her remix. I forgot the name of the song, but that go-go song that she remixed.
Yeah.
And they finally hear the final remix and it sounds really good. And
they offer her a deal.
A record label deal. So that's good for her.
That Ace of Spades.
Yes, with they cups.
In their plastic cups.
They want to.
They said we're gonna still keep it.
Look at him.
Keep it hood.
Okay, if I'm sipping on some Ace of Spades, I want a glass. Thank you. Call me.
Can I get the flute, please?
Hmm.
Now, the only thing I can say about that, I was happy for her for getting the deal, but she did share that once, earlier in her teen years, her and her friends were in a group and they were supposed to get signed to a label deal, but her mom stepped in and was like, it's a bad deal. And she said it really crushed her. Mm-hmm. And I just want to make sure she goes through her lawyers to make sure that this is a good deal.
Yeah,
don't sign nothing.
She said yes rather fast. And I'm just like,
yeah.
Where's the deal?
She just shared the story.
You know what I mean? You would think that you learned from that and you're not going to try to do this again. So I don't know. Maybe maybe her lawyers did off cameras. Maybe, I don't know.
I hope so. Because he had on them super limo dark shades. I could not see your eyes. I'm going to need you to make sure that, your paperwork's cleared. Okay?
True. Very true. Very true.
The label, the industry is very shady.
Yeah.
So, but I am, despite what people think in the comment section, okay? I don't hate Candace. We don't hate Candace. We just want her to just sit down sometimes. But, we're happy for her for getting signed, girl. Get your coins.
Right. So
live your dream. Okay? Yeah.
So we are happy for her. Ashley goes to Giselle's house and she discusses the therapy session with Michael, and she was telling Giselle that she wants to go on a trip. She's like, oh, let's do a girls trip. She wanted to invite everyone, but Giselle was like, no,
maybe not Monique.
No, Monique. And she was like, basically, if Monique's there, I'm not going because she has to learn a lesson. There's consequences that she has yet to learn, I'm assuming.
Yeah, we still stuck on that.
So she's very adamant, Monique shouldn't come.
And she's just like, I'll think about it. She was just like, I'll think about it. And she was just like, okay. And they did have a little cute moment where she was like, so what do you want to be called? She was like, do you want to be called Auntie Giselle? Or she was like, yes, girl, I want to be Auntie Giselle.
Not a myth. I want to be an aunt. So that was cute.
I was like, okay, child.
Yeah, that was cute.
So those are the moments where I'm like, Giselle, I want to like you. And I can tell that there's a person in there that is lovable. I would like to see more of that of you and less of the other stuff that we're going to see later on as the show goes on.
Right. Her being catty and messy and stirring the pot is like.
For no reason. It's like, it just be for no reason.
For no reason. Yeah. So Robin has her hat photo shoot.
Yes.
And this is where Robin and Giselle tell Wendy what Karen said about her mocking her.
And saying that she wasn't a real MD, and she's not an MD of medicine.
She's a PhD, but she's not a medical doctor. And everything got taken out of place.
That's true. That's not a lie.
Yeah, but it came off messier than how she presented it. And for one, Giselle and Robin's the ones that are
delivering the message,
masters of all of it. They're the ones that told Karen what Wendy said. Now they're telling Wendy what Karen said. And it's like, stop. It's not even necessary to start this dang on drama. Luckily, it didn't go too crazy. They laughed it out. Thank God. But,
but it was because of the way that Karen handled it. Because the way Karen had said it was the reason why I called her ignorant, and really she shouldn't have called her ignorant because I had to write it down. Ignorant is lacking knowledge or awareness in general, uneducated or unsophisticated. Wendy is not uneducated.
She's not textbook ignorant. No, she's great. She has 4 degrees. However, she does lack like empathy or emotional, like the way that she can't remember when she got in that little tiff with Ashley. It's like you're so.
That's why I said now ignorant can mean rude too. So maybe when she was saying she was ignorant, she might have meant the more informal form of ignorant, meaning rude.
It's like it's not saying that she's ignorant textbook wise. No, common sense, empathy, being empathetic or something like that. She lacks that. She does, and then she keeps so she keeps bringing up this dang on 4 degrees. So.
Yes, but then she says, I don't do that. She's like, I'm not running around telling everybody, my resume. I don't do that. Then they went back and played all the time.
Yes, you do.
That she does. That's like telling somebody, I'm a nice person. You don't have to tell somebody that you're a nice person. It just shows. You don't have to let us know that you're educated. We know you are. We know that you have the 4 degrees. You've already told us once, twice. 3, 4, 5. You don't have to keep telling us that.
Right. And it's like that. What does that? You're telling me this for what? I'm not interviewing for a job. Like,
right.
You have 4 degrees. Okay. What does that have to do with me getting to know you? What's that to do with, your personality? And it's like she uses that kind of as a weapon. So
right.
Ashley invites all the ladies to the trip to Portugal. And that's when Wendy says, Karen, I want to clear the air with you. And so that's when they go back and forth. And that's when Wendy tells Karen, I have 4 degrees. I'm not ignorant. I'm this, and I don't rub it on no one's face. I have 4 degrees, which she does.
But you just said it. You just said it.
Production was like, no. You said it this time, that time. I mean, she does say it a lot. And
anytime she gets into an argument with somebody, she brings it up.
Right. Because that time when Ashley called her.
Her and Ashley got into an argument.
And it's like, for one, that's a great accomplishment that you have 4 degrees.
Yes.
However, that has really nothing to do with the conflict that we're having. You know what I mean? So like you bringing it up, and it's like, slow clap, okay? You have 4 degrees.
Because she was like, if you're about empowering women, I have 4 degrees. And that should be celebrated.
Lifting my degrees. It's like,
and she's just like, are you done? Can I speak now? Or are you gonna, okay, go ahead, baby, finish, go ahead, finish what you're talking about.
And what Karen was saying was valid. He's like, okay, you have degrees and that's great.
She said, but I don't have not one. You're right, I don't.
Blessed life, and I still have a blessed life. I'm still in the same room as you.
Right.
It's like, I come from educators and, people that are successful. That's not the problem. So it's like, I do like how Karen is handling herself.
I did. I like how she handled it.
And truthfully, she's like, I'm not even mad at Wendy. I'm mad at Giselle because this is Giselle's.
This was Giselle's fault.
Right.
Giselle looking like
this. But she said,
it was your fault, Giselle.
She said that in her confession. I don't think she said it to her face, but she was like, I'm not even mad at Wendy.
But I'm saying, like, the whole time they was going back and forth, Giselle's kind of looking like,
oh yeah, she's entertained.
How's this? And then you're gonna try to look back around like, I didn't think it was gonna go like this. How did you think it was gonna go?
Luckily, she was like, let me show you how I mocked you.
What I did.
So she mocked her again, and everyone laughed at it because everyone joined in and did the little walk.
They said, how about we just all walk out?
Right. So it was like, it could have escalated, but luckily it didn't. So.
But even when they like all left, she still kind of was Wendy was still trying to go at it, and they was just like, but everybody was kind of gone. So it was like, it's done at this point. You have no more audience. We're all gone.
Right.
So the only person that was still left at that point was Candace, because Candace was trying to have a problem, it seemed like, but they didn't talk to her. So because Wendy jumped in first, because she was like, how are you doing? Because when she first got there, she was like, well, how are you doing? She was like, yeah, I have a problem, but I'll deal with that later.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, I'm a little conflicted too, because, she's been real supportive of me for the most part, but, right now, it's kind I'm like,
It's like, what do you want, blood?
On this?
You want blood from her? You said that she was supportive. Y'all had the conversation. She told you where she stood at it. And she also said she doesn't want to be in the middle, but it's still not good enough for you.
It's not because she wants you to take her side.
Yeah, she does. She wants everyone to, but.
And that's just not going to happen. And she told you that. And she told you why. And if you really valued her friendship, and if you really were a friend to her, and you really understood friendship, then you would understand that.
And you wouldn't put her in that predicament.
Thank you. You would be like, selfish. You know what? I understand. I understand.
So that was all done. And then they're going back to 2 days later, ... And this is where Candace gets the charges.
Notice that she's getting sued, countersued.
Yeah, so Monique is now, I think, pressing charges against Candace for the altercation, for assault. So it's like a tit for tat thing. And apparently Candace goes off on it. She's just pissed and she's just too through. She cannot believe that Monique stooped this low.
I personally feel like Candace she feels that she was the victim in the situation. So she felt like it was her right to sue. We're in America, and that's the thing. You can sue for anything. I don't
think it's suing. I think she's pressing charges now.
Well,
she pressed charges against Monique, and so Monique's like, well, now I have no other choice but to counter.
Well, that's what I'm about to say. She is suing her, and that's what I'm saying. You can sue for anything. I can sue you because, girl, I didn't like the way you looked at me, and I felt like
you caused me distress.
You can sue for anything. It doesn't have to be valid. It can be frivolous. It does not matter. It wouldn't have happened if you did not press charges. I'm not saying that you didn't have a right to do that. You felt victimized.
Right.
If somebody put their hands on me, I might press charges. It's a possibility. Depending on who it is, what happened, yeah, I'm probably going to press charges. I agree with her husband. I understand he was trying to calm her down. It's just no reason to get so upset and just go. If you really believe that there's no grounds for her lawsuit, girl, your time.
Hindsight, like currently today, both of them, the charges got dismissed. The judge dismissed both of them. So
it was a wash.
Pretty much. Honestly, like I didn't like how Monique responded when she got the charges against, when she found out she got charges against her. She was like, I could be arrested in front of my parents. And it's like, well, you should have thought about that. You know what I mean? So I'm really over this fight.
The whole thing.
Yes, it happened, moved on, learn from it, and be better people. I mean, I'm just over it. I really am over talking about it. And they're still
I don't think it's going away. I think we're going to hear about this the rest of the season. We're going to talk about it at the reunion.
I can't wait for that reunion, honey.
I don't think it's going anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going nowhere. It's just gonna keep popping up. I think it's gonna be less as the season goes on, but it's gonna keep popping this little ugly head up. Like we said, like we've been saying, we don't condone violence. No, I don't feel like it should have happened. No, it went too far. Nobody should have got hit. It shouldn't have went like this. But it's just like people just keep adding layers onto this.
Yep. So
and as we keep seeing as the season goes on, the behaviors of it, and I'm not just talking about Candace, everybody on the show does things that could lead to a similar situation by the way you conduct and carry yourselves. No, you shouldn't reach out and hit nobody, but it's like you don't know anybody's breaking point. You don't know the mindset. Like me and you have talked about that. Sometimes I say stuff to you and I don't know what day you might be having. I might just be being my normal self, but you might be on the edge that day and you might pop off and I'll be like, what in the hell? I say this to you every day. I act like this with you every day, but you just never know the mindset somebody might be in that day. So you just got to be conscious and aware of this. You don't know what someone's going through at home. You don't know. So you just got to be mindful that it's not an excuse, but it's just the reality of situations.
Right.
And like she was saying the whole time, she just keeps putting this stuff on the shelf and puts it on the shelf. And then that's what happened. It was something that you feel like we've been watching all season long. This is what they do all season. They go back and forth. They go back and forth. Everybody's being catty. Everybody's being petty. Everybody's being shady. None of us thought that a fight would happen over what they were doing, because we see it on all of these shows. This whole franchise, this is what it's built on. This is what they do. That's not what you expected.
No, but here we are.
Exactly. This is where we are. But let's not get it twisted. Like I said, this happens on all franchises. I've been looking at the other shows. It happens on all the franchises.
Yeah.
They all fight.
Week, they're supposed to be going to Portugal, so hopefully we have different conversation.
Energy.
So yeah, hopefully things are just a little bit different, not the same old. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, I don't know. It seemed like they don't ran Ashley out of her own trip.
Yeah, we'll see. Something going on with Ashley, so we'll see.
So, yeah.
This was an okay episode. It was all right. It wasn't great. It wasn't terrible. It was all right.
Like I said, Karen made me laugh. So
yes. So that's why I love Karen. So that's all we got for you guys. So until next time, bye guys. All right. How do we stop the recording today?
at the bottom.